Today is a creative flow focusing on strength, flexibility, and balance. So a little bit of each in this bite-sized class. Be sure to roll out your mats, grab some water if you need, and I'll meet you in child's pose. You can come into a child's pose either knees together or knees wide. It really just depends what you need in your body today. So my hips are feeling like they want a little more space, so I'm going to take knees wide. If you have a little tension in your lower back, you may consider taking knees together. But either way, we'll take our arms out in front of us, forehead down to the ground, and let's take a very active arm variation. So ground down through the palms by the fingers, let the elbows float off the mat, and then as you press the ground away, melt the booty towards your heels a bit closer. We'll start by dropping into our bodies, connecting to our breath. Expanding our breath to expand our awareness. Because even in these bite-sized classes, it's so important to feel the body. Especially in those moments that might get a little more challenging, we want to make sure that we can access all the sensations so that we stay safe within our practice and we push our boundaries in a very safe and healthy way. Let's thread the right arm underneath the left for a thread the needle, keeping the pelvis nice and low unless you prefer to lift the hips high. And as you reach the right fingertips towards the left, press down to that right shoulder and also lower the left shoulder down. So you should feel a little more stretch through the back body between those shoulder blades. Unwind and switch sides. Extend the right arm out. Take the left arm, thread it through, shoulder, ear to the ground. And so I'm actively pressing the left shoulder down, so the one that's touching the mat, but I'm also rotating the right armpit down. And that helps create a little more sensation to the back body. Now, of course, all our bodies are different, so you may or may not feel that as intense as I am, and that's okay. You might even feel it in other places. Gently unwind yourself back to where we started, back to that child's pose. And slide your hands back to your knees. Tuck your chin, round up your spine. If your knees are wide, bring your knees and thighs together. We're stretching those tops of the feet. Hands on the thighs. Think a seated cow and cat. Lift the heart, gaze goes eye, tailbone lifts up. So you're still in cow, right? That same cow shape, but just seated on the shins. Then round it out, tuck your chin, press your thighs away like you would for cat. 2 more times. Inhale, seated cow. Exhale, seated cat. 1 more time. Inhale, seated cow. Exhale, seated cat. Come back to neutral. Plant your hands down for tabletop pose. Tuck the toes under, spread the fingers wide, lift the knees to hover 1 inch off the ground. So we're immediately going to target that strength. Press the ground away, strong through the arms, draw the belly in. Lower the knees down to the ground. Send your booty to your heels. Keep those toes tucked under, so stretching through the feet now. Come back forward, shoulders over the wrists, lift the knees up, zip that belly in. Then lower the knees down again, booty towards the heel. So a little bit of strength, a little bit of stretch. Come on forward, let's repeat. Lift up, hold it, hover, and lower it down. And you really want to hips back. Feel the knees kind of dangling from the belly. So the belly is what's activating the knees to come off their mat. Let's do it again. Come on forward, lift those knees. Hold and breathe for 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees down, booty towards those heels. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, hips press forward. Think a lizard pose. Repeat. Back knee down, right knee down, press it back. Now switch sides. Left foot to left hand. So we're going to continue repeating but alternating. Left knee back, press the booty back towards the heels. Right foot forward, melt the hips forward. Right knee back, booty towards the heels. Continue this movement, targeting that stretch through the feet, that stretch through the hips, And the strength of the arms, because I'm not moving my hands to accommodate the shift. I'm trying to keep my hands exactly where they are and exactly how they were when I started. Let's come into a tabletop now. Point those toes out. And we'll take a traditional cow pose. Heavy through the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. And cat, round it out. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Bring it back to neutral. We'll send the right arm forward, left leg back, float the limbs off the ground. Lower the hand and knee to the mat. Switch sides. Left arm, right leg. And switch. And just like our lizard, into that kind of child variation, we're just going to keep alternating. Targeting that core, targeting strength, balance as well. A nice easy warm up before we get into the juice of our practice with a really fun and exciting standing balance flow. So for now, easy warm up, straightforward movement, taking any modifications that you might need, staying with your breath. Come back to table, walk your hands forward, one hand print, shift your hips forward so that you're in a modified plank, knees behind the hips, and lower to your belly in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cobra pose, inhale, forehead to the mat as you exhale. Again, inhale, cobra, strong through the lower body, exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Press into the palms, lift yourself up, and back into downward facing dog. Let's pause in our down dog. Spread those fingers again. I can't emphasize that enough. The foundation of our palms to the mat is so important, especially because we're not on our hands all day, every day, right? That's what our feet are for. So when we get our hands to the ground, support them by engaging all parts of your hands. And if you have any questions, be sure to put them in the comments. Let me know how I can support you in really connecting with your hands and the mat and feeling that they are actually a part of a foundation like your feet are. Lift the heels up nice and high. Bend the knees, press the booty back towards the heels as you melt your belly towards your thighs. Then power yourself forward into plank and return to that same position. Booty back towards the heels, belly to the thighs. Come forward, plank. Feel that strength. Send it back to that modified down dog. 3 more times. Forward to plank, inhale. Modified down dog, exhale. Forward to plank in. Modified on the out. Last one here, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Step your feet to your hands now at the top of the mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. And fold. Take a little yogi ball. Bend your knees, drop your booty to the heels. Walk your hands over to the right for a twist. Keep those knees pointing forward. Drop the forehead down towards the thighs. Many of us will feel this stretch through that left side body. You may also feel it other places. This is getting into our balance already. Let's walk the hands now to the left. As you walk the hands to the left, try to keep those knees pointing forward. Round the spine, draw the belly in. And bring your hands back to front. Now we're on the balls of the feet and the toes. I'd like you to lift your heels as high as you can. As you keep your heels elevated, straighten your legs, forward fold, but heels are as high as possible. Then lower your heels to tap down and press those heels back up, staying in our fold. Again, heels down, heels up, heels down, heels up. Lower your heels down, tuck your chin to your chest, round up your spine 1 vertebra at a time. Reach those arms high up towards the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, meet the hands at heart center. All right, my friends, we're going to set up our sequence, and then we're going to add some strength, flexibility, and more balance. More of all of that to it. But let's just get a nice foundation of what it is first. So one-legged mountain, both arms go high, right knee floats up. As you press down through your left foot, can you lift up through the under part of your right thigh a bit more? Keep the legs exactly as they are. We'll take a twist. Left hand to the outer right thigh, right arm behind you. If you keep your gaze forward, it'll support your balance. If you turn the gaze to the right, towards the side, it's going to add a little more challenge. And if you take the gaze all the way back, it's going to add the most challenge. So you take the gaze that works best for you in this moment. Doesn't matter what happened before, what's going to happen tomorrow. What do you need right now? As you rotate the torso back to center, bring your hands to your heart. Fly your right leg back. Chest comes down. This is a variation of Warrior 3. The more you can kick back through the leg and extend through the spine, that creates opposition. And opposition is a great gateway to balance, right? To strong and stable balance. We'll lower the foot down to the ground, come into a crescent lunge. Back leg stays straight, front knee bends, both arms reach high. This is a beautiful stretch through that right hip flexor. And the more you can bend and lean the chest back, the deeper you're going to feel it through that hip flexor. We'll bring the hands down to the mat as you straighten the front leg for modified pyramid pose. Forehead towards the shin, wrap the left hip back, right hip forward, hug those inner thighs. Delicious stretch through this front leg. And it's balanced because that back heel is lifted and we're really focusing on stabilizing through the 5 toes and the ball of the back foot. Breathe here. We'll spiral the right heel down, open up to triangle pose. Left hand comes into the inside of that left foot, right arm goes up for the sky. Now, as you can notice, I'm not integrating any props, but that does not mean that if you need to or would like to, you absolutely can and should integrate. So especially in these postures where it requires a little more depth through the legs, you might need to just elevate your hand, right, with a block, or even just lift the torso up and bring the hand up. Whatever you need to adjust, you do. We'll bring both hands down to the ground, come into a lizard pose, hands to the inside of the foot. Today, though, try not to move your foot out. That's a cue we tend to do a lot, which is okay. But right now, I want to keep that really shallow space. So bend the front knee, lower the back knee to the ground, and squeeze your left knee into your left shoulder. Then melt the hips a little bit more. Pause and breathe here. Now we'll frame out the foot. Now because the foot didn't move, we don't have to change anything other than just bring our left hand to the outside of the foot. We'll tuck the back toes under, lift the knee, and step forward. Right foot to the left at the top of the mat. Arrive into your forward folds. Let's bend the knees back into our little pod pose. We'll walk the hands over to the left for our twist first. We won't be here as long as it's our second round. We'll take it through center and over to the right. Notice how you might find a little more depth this time. And then bring it back to center. Lift your heels as high as you can. Keep the heels elevated. Lift the booty, straighten the legs. Now keep the legs as they are. Lower the heels down and lift up. Squeeze those ankles towards each other. Again, down and up. Down, up, down, up. Lower the heels down, tuck the chin to the chest, round up your spine one vertebra at a time. Reach the arms overhead, inhale. Hands come to heart center as you exhale. Okay, my friends, we're gonna take our second side now. So one-legged mountain, float the left knee up. As you float the knee up, watch that you don't sink into your hip, okay? So we're lifting up, floating the left knee, lifting out of that right hip, taking the arms high, engaging fully through the right leg. Spread the toes. Hug the muscles to the bones. And we'll come into our twist. Right hand to the outside of the left thigh, left arm behind. The chest will rotate. Now, whether your gaze goes with you is a preference. And if you want to challenge yourself, know that the most that will probably happen is if you try, you might fall out. And then you just get back in. And that's okay. That pushes your boundary a little bit, your edge, so that eventually you can look all the way back if you haven't already. And then maybe even close your eyes. As you unwind the torso, bring your hands to heart center, send your left leg back. We come into a variation of our warrior 3. Zip the belly in, lift up through the back of the heart. Bend your front knee, lower the back foot down. We have crescent lunge. Once the toes tap down, lean the chest back, reach your arms overhead. Bend the front knee even more. Remember, that stretch is getting really into the hip flexor of this left hip. So the more you can bend and straighten, the more you'll feel that stretch. We'll lower the hands down to the ground, straighten out the front leg, keep the back leg exactly where it is. That's the modified version of pyramid, right? Traditional, we bring the foot in, but this one we want to work the balance. We want to work the strength of the front leg. So we keep the back heel elevated. When the gaze adjusts, it also challenges our balance. So if you look down at your foot, it might feel more stable. If you look back behind you, it might feel a little more challenging. We'll open up to triangle pose. Left heel spirals down. Right hand comes on the inside of the foot. Open heart. So roll the shoulder back. Left arm goes up. Then feel the right inner thigh spiral forward as you press into the ball of the foot. Zip the belly in and elongate the underside of your body, the right underside. Our release is into our lizard without moving the foot. So that might be very different for some. We're going to keep it nice and shallow. Back heel spirals up. Back knee lowers as the front knee bends. Both hands stay on the inside of the foot. I'm really gluing my right inner leg to my right arm. And as I do this, I elongate the heart. So imagine like a string connected to my chest and it's pulling me forward. And breathe here. To release out, hand frames out to the foot, back toes tuck, and we step forward to our forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, and fold. This time we come right up to stand, both arms reach high. So we are going to turn up the creativity now. We're going to add some funkiness, spice it up, bring the hands to heart center, and have a little fun with this flow. So right knee floats, one-legged mounts, and both arms reach high. Keep your body as it is. Lift your left heel off the ground and lower it down. Lift it up and lower it down. Try to go straight up and straight down. 2 more times. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. Now straighten out that leg. Kick through the bottom part of the leg. Take your twist. You can grab a hold of the outer edge of your foot, or you can go to that thigh like you did with the bent knee. Either way, rotate, open heart. We'll bring our hands to heart center, sweep that right leg behind, come into your warrior 3 variation. Working standing leg first. Bend the knee, straighten the leg. We have 4 more. Bend and straighten. As you continue to bend and straighten, can you continue to create opposition through the leg and the torso? Once more. And hold. Now point your right toes. Tap the right toes towards the ground. Keep the leg straight and press up. Tap down and up. Tap down and up. 2 more. You got it. Down, up, down, up. Crescent lunge is your release. Lower the foot. Lean the chest back. Reach the arms up. Now turn just your gaze. Look up past your fingertips. Challenge the balance here. Hug those inner thighs. Fly the arms back as you straighten your leg. We're going to hover in our modified pyramid. Hover, hover, hover. Hold. Work the balance. Left hand comes to the inside. Triangle pose. Spiral the right foot down. Right hand, this top arm is going to circle down and forward. Keep opening heart, opening chest. Lower your hands down to the mat. We come into our lizard. Keep it nice and shallow. Walk your hands now. Forward. Tent the hands. Melt the chest down. Squeeze that left leg in. Breathe. Walk the hands back so they're underneath your shoulders. Lift your chest up. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee first. Now bend your elbows and sneak your left shoulder under your left thigh. You'll extend the arms out to the sides with the fingers tented, or maybe you'll float the arms up. Hold it here for 3, for 2, 1. We gently release, step the back foot forward, come into our forward fold. Feel that left leg. I definitely feel a lot of sensation in my left leg right now. That's the one that just worked the most, so feel it. Be okay with that sensation and know that we're gonna balance it out to this right side here. Halfway lift, lengthen, and fold. Rise up to stand, both arms reach high. Hands come to heart center, exhale. All right, we're gonna go with this same speed. Try not to speed it up just because we know where we're going. Left knee floats up, one-legged mountain. We keep the left side of the body and the arms exactly as they are. Float the right heel up, lower it down. And as you lift the heel up, also press down to the ball of the foot. We have 5, so we have 3, 4, 5. Extend the left heel forward now. Elongate the bottom part of the leg. Feel that lift. And come into your lateral twist. Whether you keep the leg straight or the knee bent is your choice. What we don't want to happen is rounding in the spine. So if you have to bend the knee to keep the spine straight, that's totally okay. We'll unwind back to the front. Hands to heart center. Kick that left leg back so you're in your warrior 3 variation. Working the standing leg first. Bend the right knee. Straighten the leg. We only have 5. You can do it. 4, 3, breathe, 2, and 1. Now the back leg, point the toes. Tap the toes down, keep that chest proud, and lift. Tap it down, and lift, down, lift, down, lift. Last one, down and lift. Crescent lunges are release. Deep bend into the front knee. Lean the chest back, reach the arms up. Look up past your fingertips. Fly the arms back as you straighten your front legs. We have a variation of pyramid. Now we're challenging our balance here. Strong, straight legs. Working the flexibility of that front leg. Triangle. Next, right hand comes down, left heel spirals down, both arms, top arm floats up, bottom arm stays down. Circle this top arm down and forward. As you do that, rotate the heart open, look up, pause here. Both hands down to the inside of the foot to become into lizard pose. Back knee also lowers. Walk the hands forward. Melt the chest down. Squeeze that right leg towards right shoulder. Stay with the breath. Walk your hands back so the hands are directly under your shoulders. Lift the back knee up. Bend the elbows, sneak your right shoulder under your thigh, and reach those fingertips out. Straight arm, hips melt, squeeze that right leg. Maybe float the arms up. I think this posture is such a fun posture, and it looks so funky, but it's so cool. Let's unwind, frame out the front foot, step the back foot in, come into your forward fold. Oh, yes, pause. Feel the right leg now. Deepen the breath. You might feel a little warmer, you might feel a little sweaty. All normal when you work a combination of strength, balance, and flexibility. We'll come into our little ball like we did earlier. We'll take it to the right. I want to give you the opportunity of a side crow if you want to work some strength, flexibility, and balance on those hands. Hands down, shoulder distance apart, fingers spread. Thigh, right leg, so booty to a back arm, knee to front arm, or traditionally the butt will actually be off the arm. But if this is new, you may want to keep both parts of the arm touching your leg. You'll shift forward, so you do have to teeter-totter. You got to get as much weight into the hands and the chest forward as much as you can to counterbalance the weight for the hips. If you're in it, bring it down. Walk it through center and over to the left. Again, your hands will come down to the mat. I like to turn my fingers out a little bit. It helps open up the shoulders. Get the booty a bit high. Shift the weight. Squeeze your legs and your feet together. That will help with the counterbalance. If you're in it, come on down. Walk it through center. Last one. We'll come into crow pose, or it's crow prep. Maybe it's bringing the hands down and just getting those heels high and the chest forward, right? This place of getting the chest forward, finding that counterbalance, will naturally let you float the feet without even doing much. And see, I can keep my feet down and have that proud chest to the front and the weight into the palms. And then just a little more effort and a squeeze. Again, if you have questions, want more detail, always put in the comments. Our release will be Malasana. That should feel pretty good. Feels really good right now for my hips. Knees go wide. Any arm variation that you'd like. Close the eyes down. Feel the body. Feel the breath. If your eyes are closed, blink them open. Sit down onto your bottom, but keep your feet wide. We're going to leave the hands behind us for a little support, and then drop your right knee down towards the left foot into rotation. Be sure that you're lifting out of the shoulders rather than sinking, and then switch it out. Right knee goes up, bring your left knee down. And breathe here. Let's go side to side a few times now, just in and out. You can let your opposite leg open further. So think window wipers, just like we do on our backs. Bring it back to center, bring your feet together. Knees wide for a butterfly pose. Reach your arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, fold forward, but reach your hands as far as you can. So normally we will bring our hands to our legs. Today I want you to reach. Feel the hip flexors, the rotation in the hips, right? So you should feel, as the knees go wider and the arms go forward, you should feel a little compression through the hip joint. Go as far as you can, reach and fold as far as you can before that last moment, hands come down and maybe forehead towards the feet. Breathe here. Slowly bring yourself up. Knees and thighs together. Hands behind your legs now. Hold onto the thighs. Tuck your chin like you're going into a cat pose. And round down onto your back, all the way down. Once you're down, long body stretch, straighten the legs, reach out through the fingertips. And open the arms out to a T or cactus, bend the knees. Move just your booty slightly over to the right. Cross your right thigh over your left. Think like eagle legs. And let the knees fall to the left. Steady breath here. You can close your eyes. Take that internal drishti. Gently bring the knees back to center. Uncross the legs. We'll switch sides, left knee over right. Hips move to the left slightly, and let the knees fall to the right. Really slowing down that breath. I feel like with sequencings like these, right, where it's a lot of balance, of strength. It requires so much of our focus. And within that focus, we're able to truly be fully present in our bodies, on our mats, and sometimes find some clarity in the choices in our life. So as we gently arrive into our Savasana, so when you're ready, unwind from your twist, and then come into your final pose, Savasana. You can take any movement you need to get there. But as we arrive here, let yourself truly just drift away. We put so much energy and emphasis into the movement, and sometimes not into the stillness, and it's just as important. It's that yin to the yang. So as we pause here in stillness, let your body absorb, and let yourself just float. When it's time, I will guide us out. Begin to awaken the body. Return movement back into your hands and your feet, to your arms and your legs. Hug your knees into your chest, give them a tight squeeze. Bring yourself up to seated. Seated with the eyes closed, the hands at heart center. Rub the palms to create some heat. Place the warmth of the left hand on the heart, right hand on top of the left. Bow your chin towards your heart space. It's with great love and gratitude in my heart that I thank you for being present today. In these last few moments, silently thank yourself for taking the time out of your busy day for yourself on your mat. With that, I wish you well, and until next time.